Welcome back to part 2 of my Turkish Eagle achievement run. We now control 6 counties, actually. We can only hold a maximum of 4. I could just give some of these to my son, which is what I may end up doing. We're getting a little bit of a gold penalty. I'm trying to save up to create the duchy title. That's kind of the difficult thing here is if I give away a county now, then they're going to be independent of us. Which, giving this away might actually not be the worst thing. It's just kind of messy to have this land that's not even attached to ours. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Just give it to some random... They're going to be independent of us. Let's go with that. We inherited that from some other random character in our dynasty that died, and for some reason we were their heir. So we get another unlock. We're going to keep going here. 3.6 gold per month now. So we need to get up to the full 250. We have no cultural traditions or anything like that that makes it cheaper, cultural ethos that makes it cheaper. So I'm going to wait on expanding until I can at least get a duchy title. We did break a truce, so right now kind of everyone hates us, but it doesn't last for too long. 1076, it's already just like a year away. This is an event that lets you know that you could die soon. Almost choked to death on our food, and we're very likely to get another event in the future that just kills us outright or gives us a chance that we will die. Military engineer is really good. Forder's okay. I'll just take military engineer, I think. We started with logistician, so we actually have some pretty powerful commander traits. Should I get him married right away? Maybe that's a good thing to do. So let's try to find you someone, maybe an inheritable trait. Is there anyone who's not lowborn with an inheritable trait? Interesting. So she's Kurdish, which is in the area. We have decent cultural acceptance with them, 41%. She has a lot of diplomacy and decent learning, but basically nothing else. She's craven and my son is brave, so they're not going to get along super great. But other than that, she's still just, so she's not like a terribly evil character. My son's got really high diplomacy, and he's going to get even more from her. Yeah, maybe let's do that. She's a little bit older than him, but 25 is still plenty young. Let's go with that. So what is this? Peasants from Beylik. I think it's just because we're unpopular. Yeah, just because they don't like our religion. Speaking of which, we can start to convert our capital, I guess. Or maybe we'll do this one. Because this one is actually the de jure capital of the duchy, so we'll probably move our capital there. I might move it around, depends what we get. Maybe move it into Antioch or Kilikia here, if we can get them. But we're basically just hoping that the Byzantine Empire breaks up. Right now they're very strong. Allied to France, allied to Denmark. Not what we want to see. But yeah, once we create our duchy title, I'm probably going to expand into this here. I think that we can hold an extra domain once we become a duke, can't we? Not 100% sure. Petition liege, pay homage. No. I think that's a little bit far to go. Don't really want to travel over there. So the revolt failed. We were not participating in it though, so we don't have anything to worry about. Yeah, these guys are revolting against us, but it's not really an issue. Oh, so he's offering us Chancellor, which is really good. I don't know why, but the fact that he is an Emperor means that we're getting 3 prestige per month, 20 opinion from our fellow vassals, and extra diplomacy experience, which we can't take advantage of. We're compassionate, but I'm just going to burn him at the stake anyway. Yeah, I'm going to do it to both of them, actually. I kind of want the stress breaks. High blood pressure is a severe health penalty, so maybe we take that, actually. I am completely ready to play my son. He is married, he is an adult, he is a strong character, and we're going to inherit everything on him, so it just makes more sense to move on now. So we're not going to take any stress drops. If we can take another event that will cause us stress, then we'll do it, because that will get us back above the 2nd tier of stress for another health penalty. But high blood pressure being a severe penalty to health should make that... We can just die at any moment, basically. Severe penalties are quite punishing. We also had an event that was letting us know that we might die soon. Could give my son... Oh, there we go. He's already got her pregnant. Okay, so what I'm going to do is actually just give him this. Oh, no, I don't have my duchy title yet. That's right. Promote culture. So let's just keep going with that. I'm going to focus on these counties that are actually bordering Greek. Because once we pick up some Greek counties, once we can expand into the Byzantine lands, then they're going to be bordering each other within our realm, which gives us a benefit to cultural acceptance. So they had a son together. Bugra. Cool. He didn't get the trait. Nothing you can do about that. Make my brother like us more? Sure. So our succession is a little bit safer now with him having a son. Daughters don't do anything for you. We are male only, so we do need to have sons each time. But you do have, in Islam, multiple spouses. So if you're not having a son with your first wife, you can always pick up a second or a third wife and basically just go for a son that way. I keep getting terrible events out of this. Peacemaker. I might not even unlock this in time. I might just die. We're still just waiting for 250 gold to make our duchy title, and then I'll give this county to our son, maybe. $246. Okay, 249. Okay, there we go. So we make the duchy title. We can still only hold 5 out of 4. So let's just give him the capital. Move our men-at-arms here. And then we'll make an alliance with him. So one thing I can do is search for a secret and then get a hook on them. And then since I'm compassionate, getting a hook on a character causes stress, and then we can stress ourselves out a little bit to get another health penalty so that we can just start playing our son. We could do this. It's actually fine. Let's do that. So that stress level 2 is another health penalty. We lost one of our counselors. Okay, so you are actually the best, but you're one of the Armenians that kind of hates us. Maybe you can recruit us a decent character, though. Oh, there we go. One of our vassals has 23 stewardship now. Okay, everyone here is pretty good, except for our mufti. He's only got 12. He's doing something with someone. Anyways, Flexible Leader is really, really strong. I don't think we're going to be going to war with this character anymore, but might as well grab the best one that we can. I guess we don't really need these anymore. So he gains the trait Loyal. That's actually pretty good. Do we care about our son's intrigue? Not really. Am I going to join a faction against my liege? Not really. This is going to be good. Our liege will like us more. He's more likely to put us on the council. Hopefully, once we start playing our son and heir, he will get made chancellor. It's going to help us through our tree, our diplomacy tree, faster. Oh, there's that. Okay, so we succumbed to fatal apoplexy. Yeah, we know about our succession, everything's fine. So let's get started as Atabeg Kilij. Just 12 years that first character lasted. So let's educate our son. Check for secrets. We don't have any, that's always good. Let's move our capital to the duchy capital. On this character we can actually only hold 3. Our wife has basically no stewardship, so we can't get any more that way. We're going to try to get some good characters in here. This is at least decent for now. Oh, this guy, 28 learning, how about that? What are you? Yeah, you're pretty good. Okay, let's put you in there. And so he's going to be converting those counties a lot quicker for us now, which is good. So let's raise the control in our capital first. We have a lot of control issues. So what was he doing? He was trying to go down the family hierarchy tree. Is there anything I'm doing with the prestige? Probably not. I probably have more than I need. So the question is, do we want some extra fertility or do we want one more diplomacy? Let's go for the extra fertility, I think. I want to try to get a son with my wife's inheritable trait. So that might take some work. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go family focus. I might end up going down this tree. It gives you some decent benefits. These early ones are decent. This is mostly junk. But this one gives you quite a few skill points, and so does that. This will give you 10 skill points, and this will give you 5. So if you are going to go put some points in this tree, it's generally worth it to get these two. Patriarch itself isn't all that powerful. I tend to think that Diplomat is the strongest of these 3 trees, unless you really need the prestige from this tree. But we'll see. I can always reset perks as well. But I'm not going to prioritize expanding just yet, because we can't really hold anything else. I would like to be able to hold at least 4. Does our culture have the extra... Where does it come from now? Gavelkind? Yeah, that's it. Okay, so the +1 domain limit. So we're not the culture head, but the culture head is interested in Gavelkind, so whenever we get that in 34 years, it's going to give us 1 more domain limit. So we will be able to hold 4 out of 4 eventually. So if I just give this one away, which is in the other duchy, I think that makes sense. Holding 1 above isn't too much, but holding 2 above is a little bit punishing. I don't think I want to give it to my son, though. We could just give it to some random guy, I guess. We have Lover's Pox, though. We don't actually have all that many characters in our court. Should I just give it to a random guy? Seville, okay. We had a daughter with our wife. Turco-Afghan, formed from Afghan and Oghuz. Okay. Got no wet nurse again. Our daughter got sickly. Does wet nurse help with that? I'm not sure, actually. It seems like something that they might. Maybe we should negotiate alliances with our uncles here. They're in the area. Okay, so now we got a good wet nurse and a good court physician. Yeah, let's just have you convert this kid. Faith and culture. Maybe he'll turn out decent. When I get these events, I generally just take the prestige, help get our level of fame up slowly. I guess we could give it to this guy. Who are you? So his father just holds a mosque title, so he's not gonna like inherit that. I mean, he will inherit it, but he won't take it with him if he gets this. He's craven and trusting and lazy, so he's actually a pretty good vassal, so maybe I just give that to him. Oh, unfortunately our really good steward was occupying one of these, so he's gone now. 14's not too bad, though. Do I pay homage to our liege? Oh, he's making us marshal. It's not what we wanted. We wanted chancellor. I have 8 marshal. I have 25 diplomacy. My wife. Yeah, let's form a friendship with her. Who am I swaying? Let's just give that up. I think what I'm going to do is try to seduce my wife here. So we don't get along too much because of Craven and Brave. What about romance? It's even lower. Okay, so let's go for the seduce scheme. So he gets married to some random woman. Charming, our son got. So we'll put him into diplomacy since that's what we're in. He's a little mad that he's not on the council, but he's not great at it. I wish he was a little bit better diplomacy. Then I could put him in here. He's still pretty young though. Maybe he'll get better. Yeah, I think I'm just going to hold on to all 4 of these counties in my home duchy for now, even though we're over the limit. It's not too punishing. Minus 20, minus 20. A little scoundrel. Yeah, they need to reduce how often that event comes. Oh, looks like the Byzantines have something going on here. So it's just someone else's claim. It's not like a, it's not going to destroy it. His army is actually weaker than ours for the moment. But there's no way that I can really justify like trying to do a holy war. It's way too risky. But we're going to be keeping an eye on the Byzantines. Huh? Okay, good. We want these to succeed because we need some success chance on this. I guess what we could do is work on expanding here and then just give them to our vassal. Yeah, let's just go for this. These 2 are both good to unlock, and we can still go down the diplomat tree if we want. So we got our son 3 intrigue. Not exactly what we wanted, but better than nothing. So... Ooh. All problems we blamed on him. Oh, didn't work. Whatever. Is there anything I need to save my gold up now, or can I spend it on a claim? Well, let's just wait, because we're converting this county and we don't want to interrupt that when it's like 2/3 of the way done. And these new events are very, very common. So basically you can have him increase his intrigue for 50 stress on him. I don't want him to be stressed, so I think that we just say how delightful. The early part of getting this achievement it requires just kind of like building up your base here a little bit. We're going to be building some buildings, trying to make this land that we're in a little bit stronger, maybe getting some of these neighboring counties, but we're basically just playing the waiting game. There's not really much else you can do. You need the Byzantines to break up. Looks like they installed someone else on the throne here. So those alliances are gone, but he's still decently powerful. We'll just have to keep an eye on this every so often. We can always get more wives if we need. But I would like for this seduce scheme to go off and maybe become lovers with my wife, and then we can get a son with the pretty trait. We'll see. I would also like them to get sometime in their childhood strong. It's common in our culture, from this warrior culture. Strong is more common. I should also try to get Hale. Try to find a wife for my son maybe that has Hale or one of the other physical traits, and then we can pass that on. The nice thing about playing this dynasty is that there's a ton of renown. You can't control what they're getting, but they unlock very quickly. So fewer complications during pregnancy. This is always good. Some extra health, disease resistance. So that's pretty good. Graceful aging is just always nice too. You never lose prowess from aging, and then you just randomly get skills as you age. Not my favorite tree, but still quite strong, so I'm not mad at that at all. Maybe instead of expanding immediately, I'm going to just work on building some buildings. Once I get 150, I can do some farms and fields. Desert agriculture also gives a little bit of gold. What do we get here? Towers and camel breeders. Okay. Learning? Probably not. Entertained or pious? Let's go entertained. There we go. 80% chance. So hopefully that goes off. Still converting culture over here. We're going to probably do it in all 4 of our counties, so it'll take a little while. So she's become my lover. And we lay together, so she might get pregnant again here pretty quick. She does have, you know, like 8 years on us, so we do want to have as many kids as possible here while we're still moderately young. Oh, what's going on here? My wet nurse. 80 stress. 80 stress. Or just 20. Yeah, let's go for that. See if we can convert these random characters. No, none of these Armenians like us. But yeah, we need to finish converting these counties. I think I'm just going to go for that instead of fabricating claims. Just need to build our power a little bit before I work on expanding too much too quickly, because I can't hold it anyway. One of the things that we can do with our gold as well is go on a Hajj, the pilgrimage, unique pilgrimage for Islam. But I think for now, getting these buildings is actually just a higher priority. I'm going to be basically broke if I do this, so if I get an event that costs me gold, it's going to put me negative, but I'd rather just get this right away. Hopefully our daughter recovers from her sickly. It generally happens when they're 3, or they will die. There we go. So she's going to be okay, which is perfect. So once she grows up a little bit, we'll be able to marry her and get some type of alliance in the area, hopefully. So now the question becomes, do I want to keep going down this tree, or do I want to switch to diplomat? And I think I want to switch to diplomat. You have to go through a lot of kind of junky traits here in order to get some good ones. These two are both useful regardless. But like, we're going to be creating titles eventually, making more duchies. These are just great in general for getting more opinion from people. Yeah, I think this makes the most sense. Yeah, let's go and do that. Thoughtful, and then probably defensive negotiations next. Looks like these guys are getting revolts. They are Ashari rulers on apostolic land, so just something that they got to deal with. He's actually losing that. Can we? No, we're not allied, so we can't join. So sad. Why's our wife not getting pregnant? It's too bad. Guess we'd always spend some time going and paying homage, but it's just a little bit of a walk through some kind of like bumpy land. So I might just hold off on that. Looks like the Byzantines have yet another faction. Again, someone else's claim on the empire. Again, most of the dukes joining it. That just tends to happen. I would love to see a disillusion faction. That would be like the best possible outcome for us. We're not going to rely on it. Eventually we'll be able to build up some power and become maybe king of Jazeera or king of Syria or something like that, and then start waging wars against the Byzantines. But that's still a ways away. We're going to have to build up our strength quite a bit before we're able to do that. I'm going to call it here for this part, though. Thank you for watching this. I'm going to work on continuing to expand in the next part, hopefully. So leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next part.